I'm going to just cut to the chase here. This one's for the Patriot groups around PA. I'm just generalizing all of them into one category. No one person, no one group, just everybody in general, especially the leaders of these groups. As a lot of you know, I started a group just to go around protests, to do convoys, just boots on the ground type stuff back in mid 2019, so before the 2020 election. And the group grew. And right now I'm at about 1100 people, 1100 followers. So I've been around before a lot of these big groups started, and I know a lot of the leaders. I know I've been involved with majority of the groups, these Patriot groups in PA, especially on the east side of PA. But what I've been seeing the past several weeks, now that primaries is done, what I've seen has disgusted me, has brought in my eyes, brought shame to the Republican Party. We claim to have these Christian and Republican conservative morals, and that's not what I've been seeing. These patriot groups, they've been bashing each other, shaming people who aren't voting for who they're voting for. If that's what your group is all about, again, I'm talking to all of them. That I don't want to be a part of any of that. This is why I've been on my own and I've been fighting for the past 2.5, 3 years. It just reminds me of when I ran office last year, ran for office. And they were all, the people I was running against, they were all Republican. But I had to keep reminding myself that they were Republican because the way they were treating me, it was as if they were the far left, the woke left. And it was my own party. And we wonder why these Democrats come together and they win things, and they come together. Whether they believe what this person believes or not, they come together. They always have. And that's why I'm not praising them, but here we are, and I've seen it for weeks because I'm friends with majority of these groups. And I've sat back and watched, and I heard comments on Facebook, seen comments, heard stories from different people in these groups. And these leaders, they shame people or make them feel unwanted or uncomfortable if they're not following their beliefs or who they're voting for. You leaders need to step up and help the community out. Come together as one group. We are all Republican. We are all fighting for the same thing. We're wasting time and energy fighting each other while the far left and the woke are still building. Yeah, we're tearing down some of their plans here and there, but they always stick together. And here we are divided. And I've seen it over and over in the past several months before this election. If you're not voting for this person, then you're not part of the cool kids club. And it's a shame. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves for treating people that way. And this is why we can't ever get anything done, because we're in our own party fighting each other. And it's got to end at some point. You leaders, until you realize that you need to lead by example, you'll never know what it is to be a leader. Step up, help the community out by giving information about these candidates instead of pushing beliefs or who they should vote for. Give advice, that's fine, but these same leaders that for the past 2 years have been saying about COVID and the mask and everything else, be free thinkers. Don't listen to the media. Think for yourself. Well, here it is, damn it. And for the past several months, you guys have been shaming people because they want to vote for somebody you don't want to vote for, or you don't believe have the same beliefs of you or that you do. What a joke. The hypocrisy just continues. And we always blame the left on being hypocritical and shaming people. But here we are, and seeing some of the comments and the stories and everything else I've seen, I had to keep reminding myself that these are patriotic groups. And when you have a leader or leaders that say, well, we're not going to endorse certain candidates, or we're not going to endorse candidates at all, but yet they push and they push, whether it's in meetings or on their pages or whatever, about a certain candidate. And here you are. What makes you different from the Democrats? That you're on Facebook and you're deleting people or blocking people because they don't, on your pages, because they don't believe, or they comment something that, oh, that's not what our group is about. So now you're just like the fact checkers. You're just like Facebook and Twitter. You're censoring people. I have a Facebook page, and if anybody feel free to go on that Facebook page and join my group. It's CPAP, Central Pennsylvania Area Patriots. About 1,100 followers. And on that page, I don't discriminate. The First Amendment and the Constitution will always live through me. I just posted a post, what was it, last week? I had a gentleman on my page disagreed with me. He commented, and I heard from several people, well, why'd you leave the comment up? Why don't you block him? Why don't you delete that comment? That's not what I'm about. So now I'm censoring people for what? That's not what it should be about. We can be open-minded. That's what we're supposed to be, right? We're supposed to have different thoughts. Free thinking, correct? Walk as free people. So why shame others for who they're voting for? Why push your beliefs on people? Or if they don't believe it, what you believe, then you just slowly push them out of the group. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves and look real hard in the mirror. Because I know people have been frustrated and people have built up anger, and we all want to take back our country and take back PA. But damn it, this is not the way to go. I'm just going to leave it at that. But one thing I do want to talk about is yesterday did have an incident, and the woman that was at the poll watching a table before I got there late morning, right away in the morning, had an incident. And I'm going to call him out because she doesn't want to press charges or have anything done. I won't name names, but I will call you out. Terry Christopher. If anybody is involved with him, you should really take a hard look at what he does. He's out there intimidating at the polls. He is trying to steal signs, ruin signs. He took the sign, went to take it out, threw it back at her, the victim, hit her with the sign. There's a witness. Unfortunately, she's too worried about doing anything about it. But I will let people know who you are. Just like there was a video recording, a small clip I received later on in the morning about Terry being at a Cacalico poll, outside the Cacalico poll, and harassing a candidate. This is not what we're about. We don't do that. We shouldn't be doing that. So, I'm going to leave it at that, but man, take a good look in the mirror before you start shaming other people for different beliefs. Because if you want to be a leader in a group and you want that group to grow, when you have thousands of followers, you really think that every single person is going to have the same mentality, same straight thinking like you, then you got something coming. Because you'll never have a group that will stick together and stay together. God bless you and God bless America. Let's go, Brandon.